I'm a firm believer that every person you decide to form a relationship with, whether that's a friendship or an actual relationship or just an acquaintance, someone that you see often, you will carry them. And what I mean by that is you are going to carry the phrases or the words that they would say, the lingo that they would use, the jokes or the gestures. And even when that relationship is all over or you guys end up on bad terms and no longer speak to one another, you will carry them because they matter to you. And so, for that sole reason, they will forever be a part of you. And you can say, no, 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 that's not true. We ended on bad terms, and man, I wish them the best, but far away from me. Yeah, okay, that's true. That can be true as well. But you wouldn't lie to me and say that that person did not matter to you because at one point they were everything to you. So it makes sense that you would carry a piece of them within you. And I catch myself doing this a lot with friends that I have currently that I'm still friends with and people that I don't talk to anymore. Whether it's the way I would say hello, or whether it's the way I would kind of make jokes, or whether it's the way that I would kind of say a similar word over and over again, I'm carrying people through me. One example of this was recently, I've caught myself, actually for a long time now, saying hello. Usually people, when they pick up the phone, they just say hello, hey, what's up, or whatever like that, or say that. But for me, one thing that I found myself doing way often than now is I will always greet people. Instead of saying hello, I'll be like, yellow, what's up? Yellow, yellow. It's now just saying yellow. And the reason I say that is because the person that I met in my past would say it like that often to me. And it just rubbed off on me. And I caught that and it's become my own. But I don't forget of where I originally caught that from. Or another phrase too that I say often now that I never used to say, or sorry, I guess word, and this has to do primarily because of my homegirl. Uh, she would always say brother, like just like, oh my gosh, brother, like if I'm saying something stupid, she'll be like, brother, are you serious? And it's somehow I've kind of just done that as well now for me. I'll just say that too whenever I'm just like, brother, come on. I don't know. It's like people that you care about, whatever it may be, whether it's now, whether it's in the past, whether it was at one point in your life, if you cared about them, you will carry a piece of them. Whether it's the way that they would, place their hands when they're talking, whether it's the way they would pronounce a word, whether it's a certain word that they would say often, you will carry them. And I think the safe thing to say is that that person mattered to you. Granted, there are phrases that, I say, or words that I say that I know are from people that hurt me, but at one point they didn't. They were everything that I cared about. They mattered to me. And yet they still do. I don't think I could ever just kind of like stop saying it because it's a piece of them that I still carry. But I also know that there's sometimes, and I think shortly after my last relationship, that there were sayings that I would catch myself doing and it would hurt. It wouldn't hurt, but it would just kind of stun me. Like it would be like, whoa, I said that again. For the longest time, I haven't said it. I've been trying to not say it, but it's so much in my vocabulary. It's such a word I used to use on a daily basis that when I finally used it, I kind of had to sit there and be like, oh. But nowadays, I think I say it and I'm just kind of, it's whatever. It's my thing as well now, too. And here's the thing, too, that happens often. The people that you meet now, you're going to catch phrases, you're going to get those sayings, but as time goes on, you're going to meet new people. You're going to have new friends. You're going to have new relationships. And with that, you will forget the old ones. Granted, there are going to be some sayings, some gestures, some phrases that you will keep for a lifetime. But it's also safe to note that you will also forget some of them, or some of them just get rotated out. And it's not to say that you forgot about them, but I think it's that you're just growing. And they aren't part of your life anymore. They haven't for a while. I think it's just your mind or your body just finally saying it's letting go. You don't need to carry it anymore. I remember back when I was a kid, I would it was me and these two kids in our apartment complex that we would hang out often, almost on a daily basis. And I was usually just kind of like on the sidelines. I would always just like kind of help and play with them because they too would play like soccer all the time, but it would be 1v1. So I would just kind of be there. Or sometimes I'd be goalie. I know that I remember. But I would remember that after every single day that we would hang out, we would go back to the other apartment complex because this is where my other friend lived at. His name was Miguel. And when we would go, walk over there to drop him off, when we came on our walk back, me and this other kid named Cadmiel, I remember he would often tell me, why do you copy our sayings? They're ours. Why don't you say your own? Why don't you come up with your own? And at the time I didn't really know what to say. I think I just said like, yeah, I have my own sayings too, but I think your guys' sayings are cool, and I don't know, you guys say it often, so it rubs off on me. And it's something I've had ever since I was a kid. I would always just kind of catch it and then say it. And for some people, I know that that's a pet peeve, and you're like, gosh, why are you copying? But I think now growing up, I look back at that memory and I'm just kind of like, no, I said it because they mattered to me. And I would want to carry that. And so I did. And it's just funny because it's just a memory that popped into my head recently that it was just kind of like, that question popped in my head. Why do I keep saying these phrases, these words, these things that are other people's, but they're not mine? Why do I say it? And it's just because what that person matters to you so much, you're going to carry a piece of them. Regardless if they're in your life still or not anymore. But if they mattered that much to you, you will carry a piece of them. Another word too, and I can think of it, is because of a friend that I used to have, but right now we're no longer on speaking terms. And we would say it often in our friend groups and all that type of stuff. And it would just be like mijo. Just be like mijo, like just kind of like just back and forth, just kind of bantering. I don't know. It's just funny. It was weird. It was stupid. But somehow it's still in my vocabulary. I still say it. And every now and then I'll catch myself saying it, and I'll just kind of think back to the person that originated it or kind of brought it into our friend group. And I'm just kind of like hoping that that person's okay. And the same can go with music when people introduce you to songs. I just had this recently today where I was listening to going through my liked songs on my Spotify because I have like thousands. And I was just kind of clicking shuffle and just shuffling through them. And there was this one song that stood out to me. It was called Ami by Rails B. And I haven't heard this song in ages, but when I heard it again for the first time in a while, I realized and remembered the person that recommended me this artist and this song. It was a friend of mine back when I was in high school. And to think to this day, it's been like 5-6 years ago now since high school, maybe like 7-8 since I last saw that person. I still remember being recommended that artist. I still remember listening to it, trying to find a good song, and stumbling upon that and going the next day to school and talking to them about it. And it's like, there are things that you will carry, like favorite artists. Someone will recommend you an artist or a song that they really like, and you start listening to it and you start loving it too. And next thing you know, years down the line, just like I did today, you stumble upon it again and it brings you back. And chances are the song is still as good as you first remember it. And you just start replaying that song over and over again. And every now and then you'll sit and you'll wonder, I wonder how that person is doing. But this isn't coming off of you missing them. This isn't coming off because you want them back in your life. This is just because you admire what you had at that moment with that person. And you admire that they let you in on their world, on what they liked. And you picked up something that you enjoyed as well, that was a part of them. And you took it as a souvenir to remind yourself that that's them. There's stuff in the back of my apartment. There's stuff, well, behind me, I would say, but all over this apartment. And that if you were to tell me or pluck something out, I could tell you a story. I could tell you what thing correlates to each person, because there is something in here that has a story. Nothing in here is just placed because it's just randomly placed. No, it's also because I like it, I like the stuff I have, but everything here has a story. And I think I like to think of that as life goes on for me. I think I've kind of grown to appreciate that. with people. Now, that might be some weird things to say because, some people will hear this and they'll be like, I don't think I would want to do that. If they're out of my life, they're out of my life. I don't care about them. And that's fine. But as for me, I think I like to cherish every person that I've ever encountered with. Whether it was a long stay that I got to meet them, or whether it was a short stay that they got to be in my life, maybe 2, 3 months that I just got to meet them. But at the end of the day, if I could have something in here that I can remember them by, I will. Because at the end of the day, those people matter to me. And if they matter to me, I'll always carry a piece of them. Today's episode is recorded in none other than my apartment, the humble abode of my apartment. It is a mess, somewhat. I haven't cleaned this apartment in like a good week. I've been actually starting to deep clean my apartment slowly and surely. My room is finally deep cleaned. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy. So I'm finally happy about that. You're not gonna see my room, but a long time ago, you guys did. I actually recorded a little set of videos in my room. Granted, I was only like sitting on my bed, but that's pretty much it. But I'm slowly deep cleaning my apartment. Finally, kind of just getting this decluttering it, just so that I can kind of lock in and just kind of be like new place, even though it's not a new place, but just like it's clean, it's fresh. We're starting over, but yeah. If you have a question or topic for a future video, you can feel free. You can feel free to submit that in my link tree. It is somewhere around here. You can watch it, you can stream it, you can scroll it, you can listen to it, you can do whatever you want. You can watch the 3-minute snippet that I have uploaded on another platform. You can do whatever you want. It's, I guess, all over the place. This is all over the place. Um, if you know where I took that line from, I took it from the Zerky Show. But kudos or give my props to the Zerky Show for that line because um, man, I'm gonna say this out. I'm gonna air it out too. I wonder what has happened to Zerk. I know that he posts every now and then, like on his other channel, but it's like he has not posted on the Zerky Show for like a good since April, which has been a while now. But I hope he's doing well. Anywho, remember every day is a day closer. May not be today, may not be tomorrow, may not be next week or next month for all that matters. But as long as you do it every day, you are one step closer to achieving that dream. You are one step closer to achieving that goal. And you are one step closer to becoming that person you truly want to be. I recently read a DM today of a person that wanted to thank me, and I've read every single DM that's come my way. Um, and I don't respond to them because I don't like cluttering my whole like inbox with a bunch of DMs. So I don't respond. So I'm very sorry about that. If you do want a response out of me, your best way to get that is from email. But that's besides the point. I read this DM that just wanted to thank me for the videos that I posted, and I think I need to start reminding myself that that's the reason why I'm doing this. I feel like it's like sometimes it's hard because it's like there's so much going on in my life, and I think of this as like this is fun. I love doing this, but it's also like, man, I kind of forget also like there are people out there that wait and they're like, I wonder if he's gonna post, and I'm just like that boggles my mind because I feel like I'm just not someone that's like on that caliber. It's like I'm just me. I'm just here. I'm just I'm just living. And even thinking about it now, my brain's just kind of like, that's crazy. I can't fathom that. But to everyone who thinks or enjoys watching this or hearing this or listening to it, whether you're trying to sleep, whether you're in the car driving to work, whether you're driving home from work or from school, whether it's just kind of trying to study, or whether you're just scrolling, just kind of stumbled upon this, thank you. And I guess that's it for me. Deuces.